There was slow, lovely music playing in the car. The car was going through a heavy road in the darkness. Jungkook was humming a song, his eyes fixed only on the road, while his hands gripped the steering wheel. While his wife Ryan was lost in thought, feeling unwell. And looking at the view through the glass window, Jungkook hummed and listened to the song. He called Ryan's name, his eyes still on the road, but he didn't get any response. So he glanced at her normally. When he saw her, she was lost in thought and squeezing her hands. He sighed, sensing she was tense again. He called her again, this time with a slightly louder tone. It made her snap out of her thought and look back at him. When she met his questioning eyes, it made her smile. You are thinking about again, aren't you? He asked while driving, and she hesitated, shook her head. No, Jungkook, I was just lost in thought. He put his hand on her tongue, cutting her mouth mid-sentence. She lowered her head in sadness, but as he continued driving, he sweetly called her name with concern, making her look into his eyes. Don't be like that one. I can handle anything. Okay? Good. Smile, baby. We are going to the party. Put on your smile. She nodded, gave a small smile, and he smiled at her while fixing his eyes on the road and increasing the car's speed. Ryan was feeling this way because Jungkook's parents were also going to the party and she was scared of his mom. His mom didn't like Ryan because Jungkook married her, a poor girl, out of love instead of agreeing to an arranged marriage with a rich girl. But Jungkook chose his love over an arranged marriage with another girl. So, after the marriage, Jungkook's parents didn't accept Ryan. So, Jungkook and Ryan are living separately. Even though it has been 2 months, they haven't accepted her. But they have started calming down and recently begun talking to Jungkook again. Though not with Ryan. At the party, Ryan was standing at a distance away from his parents while they and Jungkook were talking. Seeing Jungkook with his parents makes me so happy. I wish they would also accept me and let me be with them that way. I was talking with my parents and glanced at one. She was admiring us, but I felt bad that she was standing alone like that. She might not say it out, but I know what she was feeling. I took her to the party purposely to make my mom talk to her. At least, I want my parents to also teach her and talk to her. Hey Jungkook, where were you looking while your mom was talking? He looked at them from Ryan's direction. Dad? Mom? She called them hesitantly, making them furrow their eyebrows. My wife was standing there alone. Did you see her? Mrs. John gave no expression, but Mr. John spoke, clearing his throat. Call her, let her join us. Jungkook's face brightened up, and he went to her holding her hand. Let's go to them. They are waiting for you. He took her to them before she could say anything. Hi, uncle and auntie. Mr. John nodded with a smile, but his wife didn't even respond, which created a weird silence. Jungkook spoke, still holding Ryan's hand and not letting her feel up. Ryan always asks about your book, and she likes you both so much, Dad. Oh, really? He asked with a bit of curiosity, which gave Ryan the opportunity to speak freely. Yes, uncle, and Jungkook has shared so much about your book with me and even told me about the family tradition too. Oh, that's glad to hear. Thanks, uncle. And auntie, I heard you are a master chef in cooking. There isn't a day Jungkook doesn't talk to me about you. She didn't respond to her, but looked at Jungkook. He was expecting his mom to talk to him. His mom could sense his intention, but still chose to ignore one. This made Warren feel left out. But Jungkook spoke. Mom, at least talk to her. Don't you feel she wants to talk to you? Mrs. John poked her tongue into her cheek and looked at Warren. I'm so happy to finally meet you, Auntie. Yes, same here. That made Warren's face brighten more than she had felt before. It was clear the three of them could sense it too. Finally, she talked to Warren. I need to meet my old friends too. Excuse me. She and her husband were leaving, and Jungkook looked at his wife with a happy look on his face. Then she hugged him happily. I'm so happy, Jungkook. I'm so happy. I know. Didn't I tell you I would handle anything for you? Yes, you did. Just wait. Before we go back home, I'll make mom talk to you more and get closer to you too. Really? She asked like a baby, and then he winked at her. Yeah, and go meet your friends too. She nodded and went searching for her friends. Jungkook sighed and smiled and going to the other direction towards his mom. What happened, Mom? What are you searching for? Jungkook, I lost my locket. She was searching through her handbag restlessly because it means a lot to her. It was sentimental to her. What? This locket was given to her by her mother-in-law, and it originally belonged to her mother-in-law as well. I never thought I would lose it like this. Oh, don't worry. Let's search for the man. I need that Jungkook. It means a lot to me. Mom, just be cool. We are here for you. What? She called his wife's name loudly, making her come to them. What, Jungkook? Mom lost her locket, which was so expensive, was so precious to our family, passed down through the generations to the daughters in love from their mother-in-law. Please search for it and find it. Oh no, don't worry, let's search for it. Saying this, she started searching and leaving from there. Mom, here, this must be your locket, right? Vine was wiping her sweat and she was showing the locket, breathing in relief. She had searched the party, not leaving any inch unchecked. With great concern, Mrs. Chan took the locket and sighed in relief. Thank God, it's mine. Wait, why is it broken in the corner? I found this in the corner between the two stones. When I took it out, it was slightly broken. How dare you? You purposely broke my precious locket. She slapped Vine, not even considering any consequences, making everyone look at them with shocked eyes in disbelief. What the heck did you do to her, Mom? He yelled at his mom loudly as he ran there. His mom followed her eyes at him, as if the first time her son had raised his voice at her. He was getting concerned seeing the fingerprints of her mom's palm on her cheek and looked at his mom with burning eyes. How could you hurt her? What has she done wrong, huh? She showed the locket to them, held back in anger and concern. Do you think I slapped her for fun, Jungkook? Look at this. She broke my locket. Jungkook, I never broke it on purpose. It happened when I was taking it from between the stones. Trust me. He didn't even listen to her fully. He looked at his mom spoke as he pulled the wine closer to him. I understand what she didn't do wrong here. She helped you, not knowing you could slap her for helping nature. Thanks for the great Peter move you gave us. He was leaving when Mr. John called them. Jungkook, wait, don't leave. I won't stay in the place where my wife was hurt like this. It's all my fault for thinking that my mom would accept my wife and treat her well. Thanks to you both, and we won't show ourselves here again. Saying he was holding Wyatt's hand, taking her with him angrily. 1 hour later, at home, Vaughn was sitting in the room staring at the wedding frame in sadness. Jungkook came in after smoking and saw her like this. It made his heart sad. He went to her, sat beside her, and seeing the red marks on her cheeks, he slowly touched her cheek, where his mom had slapped her. She winced in pain. I'm sorry, Vaughn. Jungkook, why are you saying sorry? Jungkook didn't answer. He sighed to her with sadness and apologized to her again. I thought my mom would become close to you, not that she would ever hurt you like that. If I had known, I would never have taken you to the party. I should have listened to you when you said you shouldn't come to the party. I'm feeling very guilty, Vaughn. Jungkook, please. I know how much you are also feeling hurt. You don't need to apologize to me, especially. But I appreciate that you believed me when I said I didn't break it on purpose. You didn't even listen to my full explanation there. Isn't that what a wife wants from her husband? Trust? He kissed her cheek where his mom had slapped her. I swear, if someone else were in my mom's place, I would bury them underground for slapping my wife. But I couldn't do anything, and I'm so sorry. The next day morning, Jungkook was in the office working, but his focus wasn't on the work. In frustration, he turned off the laptop, rubbing his temples and closing his eyes as flashes of the moment his mom slapped her filled with his mind. While he was like this, his phone started ringing. He unknowingly glanced at his phone and saw it was from his mom. He didn't try to pick up the call. As time passed, he was unable to concentrate on his work. That's when the door of his cabin opened and someone came in without his permission. He was about to shout, but stopped when he saw his mom coming in seriously. Why aren't you picking up my calls, Jungkook? He wasn't looking at her face and was looking somewhere else, which was making her more serious and angry. Why aren't you talking to me, Jungkook? Oh, so you are ignoring your mom for that girl? Shouting, and she gripped his chin to try to make him look at her. But she shouted back, not holding back his emotions. Yes, I'm ignoring you. What else I can do? But ignoring your mom? What? What have I done to you there? Made you ignore me this much? You slapped my wife at the party in front of many kids, friends, business partners. Why do you hate my wife that much? Oh, so you are worried about the girl who came into your life in the middle? She literally snatched my son from me and made him marry her, causing him to live a middle class life instead of rich one. You are literally living in a small house with her, which I never thought my son would settle for this cheap life. Enough, Mom. I can't bear any more of what you say. Why are you only looking at it from your point of view? If it's the luxury life you want me to have, you are blind to the fact that I'm not happy with money, but I'm happy with my wife. Do you think a rich life can make me happy? Then listen, it's not. I'm not happy with that at all. My happiness is in your love. That is pure love. When she came into my life, that's when I felt I should love a girl and marry her. She isn't a bad girl or anything like that. She is wife material. Last night at the party where you slapped her wasn't a small matter. She could have taken action against you further, but she chose to remain silent. Think about how kind she is. And don't you still understand how much she loves me? She endured the pain and you caused her just because you are my mother. I wouldn't be happy marrying a rich girl because my happiness is only with one. Mrs. John finally realized what she was doing, whom she was ignoring, and how much she had hurt one. She is broken now. Just as she was about to speak, Jungkook spoke, making her stop. Please, Mom, don't say anything more against my wife that I can't bear. She really doesn't deserve it, Mom. I'm sorry if I hurt you with my straightforward words. He left his cabin, leaving everything behind. His mom didn't stop him, as her eyes were looking in the direction he had left in disbelief. Time skips to night. Varun was in front of their home, standing in the pathway, dialing Jungkook's phone number, as it was late and she was waiting for him. But someone called her from behind. She turned back and felt a blank, seeing Jungkook's mom standing there, squeezing her hands nervously. May I talk to you? Vaughn didn't say anything but nodded, looking confused. You are confused about why I came to your home for the first time, right? Vaughn didn't respond, remaining silent, as she didn't want to talk, but her face was enough for her Jungkook's mom to understand. What I did to you last night was unforgivable thing. I'm extremely sorry. Jungkook was just then coming home, but he froze upon seeing his mom apologizing to his wife. Please accept my apology. It's my mistake. Mistake? You slapped me in front of everyone on purpose. Now, how can you expect me to forgive you? She wasn't yelling but expressing her pain in a serious tone. I didn't slap you on purpose. That locket is very precious to me. When I saw it was broken, I was scared and suspected you, thinking you must have broken it on purpose just because I didn't accept you as my daughter-in-law. In that moment of rage, I hurt you without thinking about anything else. I didn't even feel anything in my anger until Jungkook cleared my head to it, explaining how much you mean to him and making me see my mistake. I was angry. Now I have changed. Please forgive me. I regret my actions. One couldn't say a word as she was stunning, seeing her tears and expressing her guilt. Meanwhile, Jungkook was also speechless, wondering if his wife would forgive his mom or not. Please, Swan, please. I'm regretting. Please accept my apology. I appreciate your apology, but it won't fix the pain I feel. It will take time for me to heal. By her words, Mrs. John sighed with a bit of relief. I'll wait for the time. One, I'll wait. Mrs. John held Vian's palm and placed the locket in Vian's hand, leaving her stunned. The locket had been passed down through generations from their mother-in-law to their daughter-in-law. So giving it to her maid, she accepted her as her daughter-in-law. Auntie, call me Mom. These eyes were sparkling with happy tears. Now I feel more relieved one. I'm leaving. Your father-in-law is waiting for me. I'll come again soon. Mrs. John hugged Vine and turned to leave, not even noticing Jungkook. After she left, Vine was about to go into the house when she was surprised to see Jungkook there. Jungkook, when did you come? She walked over to her, taking a small steps and held her hands in disbelief. She was even more surprised at how differently he was looking at her. You are actually agreeing to Mom's apology and forgiving her soon too? Why do you ask that? I thought you would be angry with her, at least yell at her. But why didn't you even retaliate against my mom? Come on, Jungkook. She isn't only your mom, but also my mother-in-law. She was regretting what she had done, so why not accept her apology when she came to me without any ego? But I didn't say I accepted her apology immediately because I was still feeling bad about this. But it's okay. She is like my mom, so I won't worry too much. I'll be okay with it soon. She gave a small smile which made Jungkook's heart flutter as he felt emotional. Then he hugged her, banging his chin into the corner of her neck. What happened, Jungkook? Nothing. I was just stunned by the way you are and how can you understand everything? Which a mature mind. I love you. How is that so? Love you too. She kissed his cheek.